Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have some very weird stuff going on when it comes with the Xbox, and mainly for Halo. Now, as you guys probably know, Halo's been a somewhat weird spot. Like, it's still well known, I'm sure you guys have all known, obviously, of Halo yourselves, and the game itself is a notorious game, one of Xbox's most staple games, but the most recent Halo games have kind of fallen flat. The players have not been convinced. We haven't seen a very wide-scale amount of people playing the game. And of course, as well, like, not new updates, nothing kind of new and, like, ingenuitous to make the game better. And people are not happy with it. I, myself included, kind of thought that Halo Infinite was a flop. I enjoyed it for what it was. I did play multiplayer for quite a few hours. I do also respect the fact that the devs have still been making brand new updates even then, but right now the game kind of seems like it's dead, with no major big plans coming out for the game. A lot of the player base kind of died off, and of course people expecting more. But obviously Halo is a very big IP, and other various games too as well are out there, and other people want to play them. But we see some cancels that are going on. We're going to cover that. We're going to see the fact that Halo's completely changing as a rumor. Big emphasis. Rumor, not confirmed, floating around. We're going to discuss on it. There's a possibility that the implications are not confirmed. Chance is not true. Overall, the idea, whatever. Entertainment purposes, don't flame me. All that stuff. And so we're going to talk about this throughout the video. So make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. If you're live up on Twitch, you guys want to say hi, Twitter down below, and let's dive into this kind of big news that Halo is completely changing. Games are being downsized, and Xbox as a whole is still trying to figure out what it's meant to do. So as you guys have probably had a chance to see, Halo Infinite came out. When it comes to Halo, it was an okay game. If I want to, I guess, be honest with you, I don't know. Like, it was okay. It could have been way better. Could have been way worse. I'm going to show you guys the Steam DB right now. But right now, Halo Infinite for the multiplayer is not doing so hot. Like, let's just be honest here. The game itself, especially for a multiplayer game, especially for the, I guess, notoriety that Halo has, this game's an absolute flop. Like, just be honest. I mean, I liked it. I don't think the game was bad. If you guys still play it, you guys like it, there's nothing wrong with any of this. Like, do not get me wrong. Like, it's a good game. But it needed more. It needed a lot more. And if you guys look at the player base, we're getting like 3,000 people a day, sometimes up to 4,000. It's not good. But there has been spikes, like brand new big updates and resurgences, and people have checked it out, but overall the game itself kind of seems like it's pretty much on the dead zone side. A lot of people thought it was a pretty big flop too as well. The player base fell off very quickly. I mean, sometimes it's as low as 7,000 even a year ago, and it's been out for a little bit though. Like, the game itself, I didn't hate it, but 343 means they kind of get their their stuff together. It's not good. Even if Twitch stats are rough, like, just it's been mediocre. It's definitely been better. So right now, we're actually seeing, and this is all a rumor, that 434 is officially moving off of these future Halo projects, and the game itself might now be outsourced instead. Now, there has been a few rumors and people saying they have not had the same confirmations as a story, and of course, until we see official news, this is all on the speculative side. So obviously, don't take everything with a grain of salt, but for entertainment value-wise and kind of the discussion value, it's intriguing to see that 343 might finally be getting off of Halo. I'll be honest with you guys, they've had fun moments. The games could be worse. I mean, a game with 3,000 players on Steam, I'm sure there's still Xbox users, Game Pass users, etc., Microsoft Store users that factor on it as well. But I don't think a lot of people have ever really liked Halo ever since 343 came out. Halo 1, 2, 3, ODST, and Reach. Those are the goated games. 4 and 5, maybe 4 is okay. 5 was a lot of people did not like, and obviously Halo Infinite was not cool. The overall, like, the collector's edition, like the the Master Chief Collection, whatever it is, like the thing that's still ongoing, like where they have all the games, multiplayer, whatever it is. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. That's been okay. But once again, that's kind of just remaking the old games. But right now, we're seeing the rumors that 343 is now more moving towards like an advisory role, more so overlooking the game itself, and it's an intriguing thing to see, because we don't necessarily fully know like what's up with this, but let's talk about it. So it appears the fallout from Halo Infinite has had a severe impact on developer 343 Industries, as its future with the franchise is brought into question. While Halo Infinite was the best game in the series being developed by 343, which I'd probably agree, who picked up the reins from Bungie after Halo Reach, the lack of support after launch meant it quickly fell. And they tried to go push, I think, too many microtransactions, try to not necessarily increase like game maps, and like they launched with a lot of core features that should have been there. We also saw about the overall, I think it was $500 million that they spent on Halo Infinite, which they probably did not make that money back. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Multiplayer has been slacking, battle passes and all that type of stuff low, and of course the main core game. I'm sure a lot of people checked out on Game Pass, but a lot of people were left disappointed. And while it still has been okay, it really needs something. It needs a refresher. Halo has the lore behind it, the story behind it, the player base, and people who want a good, active multiplayer game. But this is just rough. So as of right this second, the game itself is in a shoddy mess. So some ex-employees at 343 have blamed Xbox management for the game's failure, shortly after the team was affected by mass layoffs in 2023. And ever since the big layoffs, I do believe they've cut down the funding and resources spent in the game. Last year, known Halo insider Bathrobe Spartan suggested 343 was set to be taken off of the active development of the Halo franchise entirely, as it pivots to overseeing work by other third-party studios, basically stating that Xbox wants another company to take over the reins. Bungie did good. Bungie set up Halo, but obviously they don't own Bungie anymore. 343 tried. And I will say they did try. I don't want to say they didn't, but it's really hard to follow up on 1, 2, 3, and Reach. Those were probably the pinnacle of Halo as a game, as a story, as an environment, and also the game timing as well, the environment of gaming, the 360 era, all of that. So it's really hard to bring that back when you don't even know where to start. And you also didn't make it. That same insider has now shared a new thread, though, on Twitter, talking about the situation at 343, where basically the studio has been being downsized, and we have reported on this. Xbox layoffs affected the Halo team especially hard, and a lot of the people that were working on multiplayer and new weapons and updates and maps have also just completely pretty much stopped. There's been a little bit, but not as much. That sucks. So according to Bathroom Spartan, who spoke to 12 ex-employees from 343, there are less than 280 people working at the studio as of May 2024, with roughly 50 to 60 people let go on top of these prior layoffs now. So those left, only 30% are apparently still working on projects even related to game content production, while the rest mainly being in business-oriented roles and producers. And so the majority of the employees have been working on other Xbox Studio titles over the past year, with the most Halo Infinite content being handled by contracted studios. So not even in-house studios anymore. And this sucks. I want Halo to be good. I want to play a new Halo. I want to be able to go and sit there and play with all my friends for 5 hours a day after work and enjoy myself. So this is said to be a reflection of the new production method at 343. According to the insider, the studio is now hiring lead positions to manage the concept and pre-production phases of future games, but will actually be outsourcing the actual work to other studios, something 343 did with Halo Wars 2 and developer Creative Assembly. Basically talking about the fact that Halo Infinite has lost staff, they're losing staff, and the idea and long-term vibe is they want to go and make better in different games, or as well just oversee people making future Halo games or whatever it might be. It's claimed that 2 projects are already underway with 2 contracted studios, but both are still in the pre-production phase. One is described as a PvP, bigger scale oriented project, which sounds fun, in line with Halo Infinite's legacy, which might be the next mainline Halo game, while the other may be rumored remake of the original Halo. I want something new though, if I had to be honest. According to the insider sources, however, these projects are at least 2 years away from any official release, so don't expect to hear anything anytime soon. The changes approach is described as a cost-effective way to help produce content for games at a reliable pace in the future, in the hope of not reproducing what happened to Halo Infinite in regards to production delays. According to the sources, Halo Infinite did not meet its commercial goals, which probably let them lose a lot of money, which led to future content from the studio canceled beyond what was already outsourced to other studios, such as the addition of The Forge, which came out a year after launch. While 343 has not officially commented on the situation, it is known that they were badly affected by the general Xbox layoffs from earlier in the year, and they've not announced any new project since Halo Infinite's launch in 2021. So it kind of seems like Halo is completely changing, and Xbox wants to completely change their method. But we also saw some pretty big news too as well, that Crash Bandicoot as well has now been canceled. And this sucks. I like Crash Bandicoot. It's been a classic game. Toys from Bob was in development with it, and it has now been canceled. We've been seeing Xbox cancel a lot more games, drop a lot more funding, and trying to fine-tune up the company the best they can. But at the end of the day, this is really sad to see. Like, it looks like Xbox is going for a major shakeup, trying to make things better, trying to make people enjoy the games. I want to hear your thoughts and comments and everything down below. Follow up on Twitch, we're probably live. Follow up on Twitter just to see the memes, and subscribe if you guys know. Give me your thoughts and comments down below.